I've laid all the ingredients out. I'll be making a German dish today. Bundled trout and vegetables. I'm using some rainbow trout. I'm not following it exactly, and I probably will modify the recipe and put up at my website. This is rainbow trout. What I'm going to be doing, because I'm only one person and I don't want to make a whole bunch of rainbow trout because fish tastes lousy left over, is I'm going to be cutting up enough vegetables for as the recipe requires, except I think I'm using more squash. But I'll go, but anyways, let me just go ahead and get going. Okay, you need 1 cup of small broccoli florets. And those are that's that right there. The next thing you want is 1 medium carrot cut into matchstick size strips. So let's get my vegetable peelers out. Yep. I may not use that one because this one is better on carrots. I've had it since the 1980s. So let's go ahead and work on cutting it into matchstick size strips. Take the ends off. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and this is a peeler that I have from the 1980s. It works so good. They just don't make peelers like this anymore. This is great on potatoes, not potatoes, carrots. So I'm going to peel it. Okay, when I'm through peeling it, then I'm going to cut this into matchstick size strips. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and cut this into matchstick size strips. About right there, there. Let's do a little bit more peeling here. All right. Yeah, this will work. Yeah, I'll be stuffing these vegetables in with the trout inside foil. That's about matchstick size. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, you see what I'm doing, so let's keep on doing that. Okay, here's what I've done thus far. Now I need to do the same thing with the squash. The recipe actually says a 1/2 cup of squash. This is going to be more than a 1/2 cup. What I'm going to do with this, I think I'm just going to go ahead and use all the squash up. Yeah, I'm not going to fall. I don't want to. It says a 1/2 cup, thinly sliced or cut into matchstick size strips. So let me start cutting this and decide whether I'm going to do more than a 1/2 cup. This looks like it's going to come out to be about 1 cup, you know, matchstick size. So we're going to go like, let's see, like that, like that. Let's stop right there right now. So you see what I'm doing here. Okay. That's matchstick already. It's kind of a lot of work doing this, but I've made this recipe before in the 1990s and it's really good. And so when I noticed that Trader Joe's had rainbow trout, I said, I'm going for it. That is such a hard fish to find where I live. So, yeah, this is absolutely delicious. Apparently, the Germans love to have rainbow trout inside, like foil and stuff where they roast it with vegetables. So yeah, let me go ahead and, oh, you know what? I should be measuring this to see if this is a half cup. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be getting more than a half cup here. I can already tell. You know what? I'm going to go ahead. That looks like a half cup right there. I'm just going to use all the trout. Yeah, I'm not all the trout, all the squash, yeah. Decided not to use the whole squash because that looks like the balance I want of vegetables when I roast the trout in here with them. So I'm going to save the squash for another recipe, and maybe I'll roast them or something, I don't know. Okay, the next thing, this is, I forgot to mention, I did preheat the oven to 350. So now, what I'm going to do is start getting the other ingredients ready. Once the water starts boiling, I'm going to throw those vegetables in there and boil them at high heat for 1 minute. So let's go ahead and wait for that to boil. This was the only way I could buy the broccoli, and as you can see, this is way too much. You know what I'm going to do with this? I'm just going to steam it and just have steamed broccoli. Oh, you know what? No, I think I'm going to roast this with that squash and some carrots. I'm going to have roasted vegetables. I might make that tomorrow. Okay, I'm preparing the fish for roasting. Now, I couldn't get a whole rainbow trout like the recipe called for, but this I can kind of like substitute. See here? There's my sort of, oh, goodness. I'm not in the camera. Let's get in here. Look what I did. See, they only sold it like this. So this is my whole rainbow trout. The two halves, I got one on top of the other. So you'll see what I'm going to do in a minute. But you got to put it in the middle. I've got 2 pieces of foil here. And I'm going to be encasing this fish. Let's get the herbs assembled. A half teaspoon of basil. I hope I remember to take the cover off of this thing. I just bought this just for this recipe. Yeah, I gotta do this, yeah. Figures. You can tell I'm in a hurry. I'm so busy, man. Okay. Half teaspoon of basil. There we go. This is a German recipe, but it's got a little bit of Italiano in it. Okay, and then a half teaspoon of oregano. Let's make sure I get all the basil out of here. I actually used to grow these things. When I lived in a place where I could have an herb garden, I would grow my own herbs out on a patio. That was in the 1990s. Oh yeah, this side here. Come on. Look at that. Do you see that? Do you see what that's doing? That's amazing. What is Lizzo doing to my spices? It's like they're all magnetized. Okay, that's weird. Okay. The next thing, I'm going to have to wipe this down. Okay, 4th teaspoon salt, 1/8 teaspoon pepper. Oh, goodness. This is an 1/8 teaspoon here. That's good enough. And then an 1/8 teaspoon of pepper. That's good. Mix them all together because I'm going to be using this. Okay, I think the water is boiling over there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is boil these vegetables for about a minute. And then drain them. I'm not sure the heat was high enough, but they said high heat, but I think this will work. I actually do not like to overcook my vegetables, so this will probably work. So let's just go like this. I'm going to make sure that it heats. Only about a minute. I think they just want to get it just soft, but not mushy, you know. Because it's going to be cooking some more in the oven. Okay, that's good enough. Let me turn the heat off. Get my pot holder here. Let's go ahead and drain it this way. So you can see the long view here. All right. Okay, let's put it over here. So, okay, I think I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to make sure I don't want to. All right. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and put the drained vegetables back in that pan. All right. Get them all out of here. And then I'm going to bring it over to that table. All these vegetables are going to go inside that foil. I'll move it over here. Okay. So, there they are. Okay, I brought the vegetables over here. There's the trout. Now the next thing we're going to do, here's the mixture of basil, oregano, salt, and pepper. Right there. The next thing we're going to do now is sprinkle half the herb mixture inside the cavity of the fish. Well, they don't sell whole. So we're going to go like this. This is the cavity of my fish here. You see this? There we go. I'm going to do like that. Okay, the next thing you're going to do now is arrange vegetables inside and around the fish. Let's make sure this is not too hot for me to handle. I need a spoon. I need a spoon. Let's see. I'll have to get me a spoon here. Here's one. Yeah. Okay. I want to get all of the vegetables out of here. I happen to like my vegetables. I have a little bit more squash than the recipe called for, and it'll probably still be good. Okay, so arrange the vegetables inside and around the fish. Oh, let's get the spoon here. Inside and around the fish. That's what they mean. Inside and around the fish. Here we go. Yeah. There we go. You see that? Isn't that colorful? Okay. Yeah, that'll work. All right, now, inside and around the fish, sprinkle with remaining herb mixture. Let me make sure this is all on camera. All right, let's kind of go like that. Okay. Okay, so I have the herb mixture inside and around the fish. I mean, yeah, not the inside, the vegetables, the herb mixture on the inside. Now we're going to sprinkle the remaining herb mixture like this all over the place. There you go. All right, now bring foil up and around fish and seal tightly. Yeah, this is double foil. and seal tightly. Okay. This way. Make sure this is good here. And seal tightly. You know what? I'm not sure this is tight. Let me get it. I want it to be really tight. I know why they're saying this. It's because they don't want they want it to have the moisture stay in. All right. I think one thing that, yeah. I'm going to do something here to make sure that it's really tightly sealed. I'm going to put a third this side, and I'm going to flip it over. And now it's really tightly sealed. This is what I call cooking common sense, right? Okay, there we go. Now, sealed tightly. Now we're going to put it, it's on the baking sheet. We bake it for about 40 minutes. So let's go ahead and throw it in the oven. Okay, the oven is preheated to 350. Let's go ahead and throw you in here. And I'm going to set my timer for 40 minutes, and I will check it in 40 minutes. Because I'm cooking a little less fish than the recipe called for, I'm taking it out early, just to make sure I am not overcooking it, because I cannot stand overcooked fish. You know what? That may have been a good move. Let me take a look. Looks like, let me see. You know what? Hold on a minute. I'm going to just check this and see if it's cooked. Hold on. Cook it a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Yep. Maybe 10 minutes. Okay, we'll stick it back in there for 10 more minutes. Okay, I'm sure it's done. Let me turn the heat off and take it out of here before it overcooks. Yep. And I will try it in a minute and let you know, though I can already tell from the little bit I tasted that it is good. There it is. Doesn't that look good? That is rainbow trout. Bundled rainbow trout with its vegetables. I will test it now and let you know how it is. Okay. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and make more rainbow trout tomorrow. I'll be chopping up more carrots, broccoli, and squash, and just finish up that squash tomorrow with the more rainbow trout that I have in the freezer. Yeah. Little bit hot. This is good. It's delicious. I've made it before. It's from the American Heart Association cookbook. It is very good. Yeah, I've made this before and I remember it was good. It's really good. Yep. So I will be posting this at my cooking channel. Rainbow trout, for some reason, is very hard to find around here. So when I found it at Trader Joe's, I bought it, and it's delicious. Yep, I made this in the 1990s, and I loved it. So, let's see here. See if I can get in here. This computer just loves to be ornery. Let's see if I can get in here. Here we go.